Take it away, music man.
Young. Young and spaghetti. Young and spaghetti.
It's the most depressing intro we've ever done.
Young. I can't open the watch.
Tiarnan's having fun on his new keyboard. So yes,
Welcome to a
podcast
very special episode of the Offbeat Topic Podcast.
featuring Young and Spaghetti.
What? Say it again. It's featuring
Young and Spaghetti.
Okay, there we go.
So on today's episode number 17, 17, we're just gonna go through some YouTube stuff, you know. Some of the drama that's been happening lately, some of the our channel update, I guess. Yes, Tiarnan.
Is this where we insert the drama alert music?
Yeah, yes,
Okay,
it is.
good. No, can we just Hey, it scares you.
Hey guys, it scares you. Sure. So, channel update. So, it's 2018, right?
Yeah?
Is it though?
Is
Is
it
it
though?
really 2018?
Like,
Doesn't feel like it. Doesn't feel like it. Doesn't feel like it. Real talk here, don't feel like it. But
what year does it feel like, Daniela?
feels like 1998 because I feel dead and not born yet.
Would you technically be dead, or would you be unlived?
I'm not birthed yet at this point, right? Give it a month.
You're right.
So yeah, update, right?
Yeah.
Update, channel update. So new year, new podcast. I'm just kidding, not really new podcast. Same podcast.
New year,
New stresses, new assignments, new depression.
Well, let's get the cat thing over and done with.
Okay, so as you can tell, so it's only me and Tiarnan today. Yeah. Ken at the minute, so he lives in New York, but he has moved to Chicago for a new job opportunity for his college. So he's pretty limited on time, hence why he's not here with us today.
He'll be on.
But yeah, so once he gets his, life sorted and he's back on track, he'll be joining us again, and we got the token American on here.
Gotta get that diversity.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should all congratulate him. Just
Congrats, Ken, you got a job.
congratulations.
Congratulations. It's like the end of Evangelion, you know. But content wise, we want to do more this year, much bigger, better stuff. We've been lacking recently, but we're all college students and we all have assignments. Everyone's been busy, and also Ken was visiting over Christmas, so we have some stuff from that which we'll get out of the way soon enough. Our semester ends at the end of January.
Yeah.
Near enough. So we're nearly there.
I'm aware of as of recording today, we will both be done next week.
I'm done the week after you, Barcelona. Yeah. So in 2
I'll be
weeks.
done next week. I'll get footage from Barcelona now.
Yeah, so in 2 weeks' time, Tiarnan will be in Barcelona for 2 weeks for a trip that I was on last year with college, and I hope he enjoys it. If he does enjoy it, probably won't enjoy it. But hey, you get to drink a lot, so
that's a benefit. I get a drink.
Exactly. So
I'll be a healthy boy and drink lots of water.
Nah, on the brandy and Bailey, son, or else don't come back. But yeah.
No, like Dani said, we will be producing. We will produce more and more content, just slowly building up. And if we have like one listener who isn't knows us personally, if you want to spread it to all your friends, I'm just saying, boy, that would help. So yeah, we're looking into at the minute more guest speakers to come on throughout the year. We're just building up our main core of content at the minute because we don't know what to do with our lives, and obviously we have an issue of
well, Ken's not in this country, so we have to like deal with him not being here. And me and Tiarnan live about 30 minutes away, which to anyone who doesn't live in the UK, that doesn't sound like a lot, but
when you're like, this one thing I'll say, if I remember right, the UK fuel costs are like real high compared to most other places, so it cost me a good wee bit to be like, oh, I pick you.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll get all that sorted, but yeah, the main issue at the minute is just trying to get schoolwork done before the end of term, so we're all back on track and we all have spare time to focus on this YouTube channel, because we've built an empire and we want to
well, an empire,
small empire. Give us
very very small empire.
At least we can brag about it in school projects. I mean,
well, you know they do love that, and they do love the word. It's like a buzzword. Oh, what you do? Podcast.
That's right. It's a podcast. What's the podcast about? I don't even know. That's essentially the podcast. But anyways,
do you want to move on to YouTube?
Moving on. Yeah, moving on. So as
try and hit those buzzwords. Boy, we go hit those buzzwords and get those mad views.
So yeah, YouTube's been a wreck recently, right?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's
an understatement. Like, it's been a wreck for the last
year, I guess. Well, not even
2 years, like. When did the ad apocalypse start?
It really hit last year when, I think, the whole PewDiePie was in drama before the N-word thing, and then that kind of caused it, and then the N-word thing was kind of like the final nail in the coffin for the adpocalypse, and now the whole Logan Paul thing is another. So
it's just a shit show altogether.
What my main issue with it is just I mean, even content creators that are like a lot bigger than us, they still get hit pretty hard. So that means even creators just like us, it's still real hard, you know?
Oh,
so,
no, yeah. Like, we don't make, like, blatantly, we don't make any money off of this.
Yeah.
But, like,
our future, like, you know.
You know, we could at some point make money off this. I'm just saying, think of it this way. If we start making money off this, it's going to be in a real bad period. So if that gets picked up, boy, we ain't going to know what to do with ourselves.
So, yeah.
That's just... It is a disaster. Obviously, everyone has heard the Logan Paul
shenanigans. I mean, everyone, incident. Including everyone's mothers and fathers, have heard of it. Like, I mean, my dad and Tiernan's mom don't even go on the internet that much, but they've all heard of it and they all know what's going on, which is insane when you think, oh, we're in this closed little bubble called the internet, but really, everyone knows.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. It's mad. My mum, she's never heard of Logan, Jake Paul. She hadn't even heard of PewDiePie before. But then this hit. My mum said to me, I didn't even mention her, she just turned me like, did you hear about that guy filming in the Suicide Forest? And I was like, what? You heard of that? I was just a disbeliever. Like, nah, it's crazy. Like, I'll put it this way. The whole YouTuber thing is getting so out of control in general. It used to be, I'm not saying I hate it, honestly. Part of me is like, hey, you know what's nice? But it used to be like YouTubers were real small time. Like, you couldn't even call them celebrities. They were YouTube celebrities. They were
or people
something
you know.
Different.
They just had a small following on
nowadays,
the internet.
like, we walk into Eason's, what we see YouTube books, you open them up, and it's blatantly just drama magazines for YouTubers talking about who's dating who. All this. To be fair, we've seen our main man Vsauce, Michael, here and there. Yeah. Boy, that was good.
Michael from Vsauce was in like was it a YouTube yearly, whatever they're called? He was in one of them.
He was at PewDiePie and all stuff. Can I just say how disgusted I was? They covered up his face with a £10 sticker.
Well, Michael's? Yeah.
I was so disgusted. We would not have noticed it if we did not see the top of that bald head of his. God.
It was like he was going to pop out from behind the label and be like, hey, Vsauce, Michael here. No, but it's mad how this YouTube drama is like actually affecting real-time stuff. Like, it never used to, but now, like, you know, when you grow up with YouTube and now you see all this happening, it's insane. And especially for like smaller creators, it's like, even Philip DeFranco was talking about it, like, even for people like him, and he still has like a large following from years, and it's hitting him hard. That's why he has a Patreon, and that's why we have a Patreon, guys.
Good segue. I feel like me and you, like, we're in the generation of, we grew up with these YouTubers. Yeah. Obviously, a lot of YouTubers we watched are dead channels now, and boy, it's kind of depressing. Fucking, that's not the creatures, boy.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, it's just real. It's insane seeing how this platform has changed so much. It went. Do you remember, like, we always... Dad's little cousin's real into memes, or little whatever it is, is real into memes. Boy, years ago, that was like the smallest niche shit.
Yeah.
That was like something only people on like online forums and games would sort of do. Now, I go into my classroom filled with normie.
Don't even say that.
No, I just go in my classroom filled with people like who don't go near like Reddit, just Imgur, 4chan, any of those sorts of sites. Don't go near them, and yet they know all about the blood, Ugandan knuckles, bloody, whatever.
What else? So there's a type.
Someone that's touching my spaghetti.
Somebody touching my spaghetti.
You're furious there.
Your computer just turned off. Yeah. So.
No, it's just insane altogether.
No, it is mad. Like, and especially, you know, like we said, you know, growing up with all this and now you're watching it all just drastically change in front of our eyes is just insane. You know.
No, it's crazy because like there's plenty of channels you see how they've like even Phobe DeFranco. You've seen. I remember him like the start of YouTube, sort of the early days or what golden age, whatever the fuck people want to call it now. I remember him back then. He was just a guy in his room recording. Moved on to SourceFed, rip, but you know, he moved on to SourceFed, all that. That got closed down. Now he's concentrating on his own thing. It's just insane to see. It's like businesses are being built, fallen. Just so much has happened in such a short space of time. That is crazy.
But yeah, YouTube's basically falling, and everyone's caught in the crossfire. Because like I just remember,
not everyone. Let's be honest, not everyone.
But no, most of the like smaller people, anyone that's below the Pauls or you know all of that.
Just anyone who's on YouTube's hit list.
Essentially, people who have an opinion aren't allowed.
Just where we go get demonetized. We don't have monetization to begin with, but boy, we go get they go double round. We go make $1 million because you know goes zero.
It's gonna cancel it out. But yes, so YouTube's wreck.
Yeah, nah, like that's just how you describe it. YouTube's just a fucking wreck.
It really is.
You don't know how. People don't know how to deal with it. We don't know how to deal with anything. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about?
I do not know, honestly. I don't know what else has been happening. Oh, the Shane Dawson stuff on YouTube.
I'm not nearly as informed to talk about it.
Well, basically, just so in case any of our listeners are into that, but essentially he got accused of pedophilia, and because do not happen. Essentially, this one channel on YouTube took his podcast stuff out of context and placed it over images. Like this random YouTube channel does that kind of stuff, and then because what I've gathered, and it blew up like heck. And Twitter then started trending it, being like, Shane Dawson accused of pedophilia, and then that channel removed all it because you could get sued for that for defamation and stuff. So like they removed everything, and then they started uploading, like mass uploading these random clips of videos that don't have nothing to do with anything, just to get like their channel back in good standing. And then it got terminated. So there's just
their channel got terminated.
Yeah, that one did. But then the thing is, like, I'm kind of 50-50 because in, like, I don't know, Shane Dawson, like, some of the stuff, like, he said, like, quote unquote, let's pretend I'm a pedophile, right? He said that, and, you know, you have to kind of expect, like, especially when you're that big, that can get taken out of context, even if, like from an outsider looking in, that's, you know.
Like, we've even learned, like, we're nothing compared to everyone else, and even we've learned you have to be so careful. Like, you go about, you delete stuff, you make sure your record's clean, like, because you say stupid things in the past,
and everyone grows and everyone knows that, but you know, whenever especially when you blow up, people are gonna hit you for anything, no matter how small it is.
That's the issue. You gotta remember, most YouTubers, they don't have, like, see, proper celebrities, they have, like, you know,
they have, like,
teams to deal with this stuff. Shane Dawson, I said, Shane Dawson probably does. He does have a team. I'm going, boss, yeah, he almost certainly does.
I think
if he's created like 6 bad movies, and yeah, they're bad movies. If he's created like 6 bad movies, yeah, he has a team.
Mm-hmm.
No, but if it just comes down to it, I don't know any of the situation. I remember him from early days YouTube.
Honestly,
not even for him, just for anyone. I hope he isn't like, you know, a pedo, because like,
I mean, from what I've seen, that's not the case. It was just all this out of context stuff, kind of, and then once Twitter pinned it on, it's like the labeling thing. Like once you get labeled as someone, even someone who's never heard of you before is just gonna think that's just you. Like that's how it works. So that's like the whole controversy at the minute.
Yeah, just look at PewDiePie with the whole like, oh, this is old news, but the whole N-word thing.
Yeah, like
people just... like everyone, like the mass media knows him as a racist now.
Yeah,
like
even when we talk like about like YouTube drama, like even at that, you automatically just associate it just because of how much it got covered and how much it's like affected everyone else with it.
It's all just like, it's just the weirdest shit.
It's the weirdest time to be alive in the YouTube world, essentially, because everyone's
like in the general. Actually, nah, you know, maybe the Cold War was a little bit weirder. Just, you know, every so often you hear a plane go by, you're like, well, the end.
Basically, yeah.
No, it's just I don't know how to deal with the whole YouTube thing, because on one hand, you like, that's why you go to your wholesome memes, because like you see all this shit happen and you're like, fuck, and then you're like, but wholesome though. So you go watch a dog trying to walk in slippers.
That's basically why everyone has now diverted onto the big playlist Tiarnan on YouTube of all the memes just compiled together. Yeah, it's like one of them things. Like, I try not to get like, I don't look into YouTube drama. Obviously, it's like everywhere. It's hard not to, especially like I'm into a lot of beauty channels, and if anyone knows the beauty community, they thrive off drama. Like there's drama channels everywhere, and if one like, do you know what? It's so stupid. Like, I really watched Jeffree Star, and the amount of people being like, oh, Jeffree Star is not friends with this person anymore. Like, who the fuck cares? That's their life. Like, who cares if Jeffree Star's not friends with someone else? Like, it doesn't matter.
Like honestly, I'm in the same case where I try to avoid it. I'm trying to think, there's only one YouTuber, Vertical Gaming, you know, anyone who knows him, I watch his stuff. He basically, there's a whole gambling thing, you know, with gaming, like, it started coming about because of Battlefront. Yeah, now people are saying, oh, Rust is gambling, all these different games, CSGO is gambling, all this stuff. The whole thing was, he called out and said, yeah, listen, there's a website, lots of people are promoting it, and he came out and said, oh, that's gambling, and I don't think people should be marketing it to kids. Yeah. Holy shit. The amount of drama that came from him just saying that, like, in a video, and you're like, oh, fuck. It's just insane. Like, this is it. He's not a small YouTuber, obviously, but he's like not PewDiePie level or anything. He's like below scarce levels. Yeah. It's
like, in this world, we're all below scarce. You can't get on his level.
Oh no, it's just everything seems mad right now. Yeah. You just roll with it. You're like, it's like, you know, if you just produce content, people will come eventually. It might take years. Like, what was it? How he was saying? Remember the Jack's 3 and all, like
Jack's Films. Yeah, Jack's Films. He's been on YouTube, you know, even since like the beginnings. Like I think 10 years or something. And he has had such like a slow grind to get to like. I mean, he's only just really gotten big this past year, I believe. Like real big. Yeah. Like it's not like Jenna Marble. She blew up and she's still like at the like near the top. Like she's insane. Yeah. Like, but still, like, no,
like that's the thing. People don't seem to understand. Lots of the YouTubers, there's obviously like your Logan Pauls and all. Like, there's those ones who like they blew up so fucking insanely quick. Even PewDiePie, how quick did he blow up? Like,
yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think
he went from like 1 month being some Swedish guy to the second month, holy shit.
And then he's now the most subscribed, and then you know, and it's like I think it's like so funny with Tragic when you see the rise and fall of someone who, you know, I mean, PewDiePie seems like a nice enough, well, I say nice enough guy, but
so like, you say fall, but nah, he ain't going anywhere.
From what his old stuff, like from what his old like viewing is like, I mean, he's still hitting the millions. Like, I think he gets max 5 million on like every daily video he puts up. But I mean, I remember the days when he was hitting like 10 million, and all that.
No, but for like, if anyone, obviously his content has changed, and honestly, it was the fucking. He knows YouTube, like, you can tell he knows, because, let's be honest, like, most of those there, like, he used to do the Happy Wheels videos, all those there, screaming videos, they're not.
Yeah, they died out real quick.
Yeah, they died out quick, but he adopted, like, this year new. He's adopted the new...
The commentary stuff, you know, and
the H3 stuff and all that.
He's even like, I think it was on Pyrocynical's newest video. He's even been talking to PewDiePie. Like, even PewDiePie's talking to the channels, like, that there's similar content. Because I think they were talking about the whole Logan Paul thing. Because remember, their videos all got taken down just for talking about it. Watch, this one gets taken down for talking about it. Oh, boy.
Don't worry, we'll go to all the drama alerts. Speaking of drama alert, thing is, if you look... You just look at his content. It still weirds me out that he gets so many views still.
Does he? And then you got I've never liked Keemstar, like, ever. Okay. I've just never watched them or anything. And then what I've seen of him, just no.
Yeah, he's had like one of the worst. He had probably the worst just hit down, and yet he kept going. Mm-hmm. I don't like his content is like not for me.
Oh no, it's
definitely not for me.
I think. It's called Drama Alert just to start drama lots of times. It's just him starting shit, like false accusations.
Like blatant times like where he has purposely talked to people and started, but like, I can't blame him for that. That's like the way it is nowadays. That's the way lots of people do it.
People just thrive off it.
Yeah, you see people start drama just for the sake of it because they know it'll get views.
Yeah, it's the same, like, no matter what.
H3, you suck.
Hashtag ban H3H3. Get that on there.
We're going to start so much drama. Filthy Frank, more like...
Dead Frank, ha ha, he makes no content no more.
That's actually something we should talk about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he don't make no more content.
Yeah, but honestly, at the same time, I'm glad Joji's moving on to doing music because I think that's what he's more happier doing. Because I've heard like when he talks about his fans and everything from Filthy Frank, like they are some of the most insufferable people that even we've met and you see online all the time. Like, we get it. There's bad fans of stuff out there, but his whole fan base, I think, is just...
Like we always say, these are a real minority of his fans. Like, there's so many people out there who... Like, they're good fans. Yeah. There's, like, probably 2% of his fans are horrible, but Jesus Christ, if they don't scream the loudest.
Yeah. No,
that's the worst thing. Even with H3, 2% of his fans are horrible, but boy, do they scream how, I was with H3 before anything else. And all. Just everyone has horrible fans, and it's... hard not to let that ruin.
I know, it's like it kind of taints your image of people, honestly. It really does. Like, and you try not to, because I mean, like, H3, like, I love H3's like all their content and stuff, but damn, some of their fans are the most insufferable people I've ever come across. The same with Filthy Frank. Like, I do tend to enjoy Filthy Frank stuff. Some of it, but like some of it obviously is like real not like amazing, especially like the hamster, like the rat one, I think it was. And none of that stuff I like, but see some of like, his like real older stuff where he's just in his room and he smashed shit like against his wall and stuff. Like, I find that hilarious. But whenever you just still have people screaming and all that just due to Filthy Frank, it's kind of hard not to taint the image of, the creator from it.
No,
YouTube's a weird place.
It is. Like, YouTube is like this beautiful place that allowed so much weirdness to thrive, and just so many people are like, I have my own ideas. No one's ever going to help me with these. They let it thrive. But now...
it's like the ban hammer's coming down on creative content.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like what you were saying. I don't know if I got the whole thing with Logan Paul. Has he like lost the YouTube Red, or is it just on
YouTube
hold?
Red? I think it is just on hold, or they've they've just stored it away for a while, and then what is it? They've taken him off. They're
going to bring it back in a month when all the drama's dead.
That's the thing. Like, his channel's growing more than ever than what it was before the whole controversy. So YouTube's literally just going to wait till this all blows over, and then they're going to bring him back because they know it'll get the money and get them views, and like that's what they want.
Remember when everyone used to think Ray William Johnson was the worst thing to happen to YouTube?
Oh
boy, were we wrong. Remember, like, doing your mom, you're like, God, this guy's the worst. How's he #1 subscribed? And then we thought PewDiePie was the worst thing. Boy,
I look back and like I used to despise PewDiePie back when he was getting real big, because like I was a big Markiplier fan. Markiplier was never big back when, like, you know, it sounds real like stupid, but like I love Markiplier whenever he was like near bald looking and he was still in college. Like I loved him then, and PewDiePie was getting all these views for doing the same content, and I was like, damn that PewDiePie. I hate PewDiePie going on being like, PewDiePie sucks. But now it's like, damn, I love PewDiePie's content. Like, the way he switched, like, that's right up my alley.
Yeah.
And boy, is that good.
That's the main thing when it comes to YouTube. You don't need to switch up, you just need to adapt.
Yeah.
If you want to survive, you need to adapt. There's obviously those there lucky channels that can do the same thing. Fuck, what is it? What's that one?
Vanos does it, and then there's Nostalgia Critic still does stuff like that, isn't it?
Nostalgia Critic.
But I mean, that's a slowly
Nostalgia
dropping.
Critic. Boy, do I have respect for the man. But I don't know, I'll say that his content seems like it hasn't changed, but there is a lot changed. Like, he obviously upped the budget. If you get me, he's done lots of stuff where it's like honestly, when you think he's probably one of the most respected YouTubers, just because he's still like working.
Yeah,
he's doing like. I'll put it this way, when you watch his content, it may not be for me, but boy, can you tell he puts passion into it. And like, boy, is that respectful. Just like, seeing that level.
I think who you were thinking about earlier is Angry Joe.
What?
Well, you were saying the content's not changed. And it's...
nah, he has changed his content. Has he? Yeah, he changed it.
Does he?
Oh,
see,
remember, no, he went from games. Remember, he went from games and now he's mainly doing movies, and his fans are real angry at him, and he's angry, and everyone's angry. It sort of makes sense.
It all ties together. It all comes full circle.
I remember there was a whole drama about him, but like, I don't know it well enough. That's the thing. This is like real. We're two people who like, we don't really know the drama that well, so we
usually just stay out and
like, if you hear something like thing with Logan Paul, when you hear that, obviously you're like, oh fuck. I'm going to talk about this with my friends because holy fuck.
Like, you know, when something happens on YouTube, you know, you kind of have to talk about it, because that's like the platform I say I'd probably go on the most is YouTube, because, you know, you find some quality content, like, shout out Jenna Marble shaving her whole face. Like, I don't know why I watched that, but I was like, damn, I want to shave my face. And I was like, it's so weird. Yeah.
We all watch the weird ass stuff.
Yeah.
I still watch one. You ever seen the guy? I think it's called How to Basic.
Yeah.
He smashes stuff. That's all he does. I'm just like, you know what? Quality content. He hasn't changed his content whatsoever, and he pulls in how many views?
That's the thing. I remember, I think it was Ian, you know, iDubbbz. He was on the HD podcast, and he was talking about How to Basic because they're good friends. And he was saying he makes barely any money off it because his videos are so short.
Yeah.
And you know,
the way the YouTubes work.
You gotta get over like 10 minutes or something to get actual like revenue and stuff. And he was saying like, he don't make that much money, but he makes like, his content's always been the same for, I mean, remember How to Basic when like he first came around, everyone was like, oh my god, this is the weirdest stuff ever.
Boy, remember when we thought that was the weirdest stuff ever on YouTube?
Now it's Uganda Knuckles and stuff like that. Like, it
spiraled from How to Basic. Oh, Faulty Frank, how weird. Oh, bloody Elsa and Spider-Man, like, getting pregnant.
How was just a whole kerfuffle?
That was the funniest stuff back in the day, just because, I say back in the day, that's like not even a year ago.
No, it was not that long. It was like the end of last year. I was like, look, it came up at the start of last year, and everyone's like, what is this? What is it? And then at the end of the year, that's when they started bringing out the whole, like, oh god, this is really terrible. How is this getting on YouTube Kids stuff? So, like, I mean...
That's insane.
So, yeah. We're coming up to the 30-minute mark here, so,
Round up,
yeah. So,
only subscribe to Sweeney North. I'm going to produce content.
The same with mine. I'm planning on doing more Twitch streams this year. Probably. Yeah, we'll see.
Twitch is good.
It's the same.
Twitch is good to the creators somewhat, most of the time.
I mainly stream Guitar Hero, or Clone Hero. Yeah, it's a port for PC. It's the same thing. But still, yeah, it's just mainly, like we said, college work gets in the way, and then you just be real demotivated, and all we do is play Payday 2 when we're angry and stressed out, so yeah. Like,
I know this here was not that, jokey episode, it's just we need to get a lot of stuff out there.
Yeah.
Like, between the YouTube state, like, It's just like one of those things. You're like, everyone else is putting in their 2 cents. Why not us?
Yeah. So,
and then the channel update. So I know this wasn't as funny an episode, but nah, the next episode's going to be hilarious. I can confirm it. We even got the topic right.
We don't have the topic. We can't cut it. No. But yeah, in short, follow us on all the social medias. Support us on Patreon. You get access to Discord, and you can talk to us there. Outro song, my dude. Quick.
Young and spaghetti, yo. Young and spaghetti, yo. Young and spaghetti, yo. Young.
Lord, I'm gonna smash that keyboard.